everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. This particular reading, guys, I was just compelled to do. So whenever I do these and I'm guided to them, I have particular decks that I'm drawn to, so that's what this video, this reading will be focused on. So for those of you who are wondering, should I be dating this person? Is it a good idea to continue to invest in the connection? So that's what we're going to be focusing on, all right? I'll link all of the decks that you see here for this particular video down below as usual. And it is general advice as always, so only take the parts of it that make sense for you personally. Okay, so I'll be starting off with the Issues deck. This is by Fire Witch Tarot. So what are some issues that you might run into when it comes to people that you are dating or are interested in dating? Let's see. So if you happen to be single, this could be giving you an idea of people that you might get to know or to meet. If you're already dating somebody, then it might bring that up. Let's see. All right, so issue number one, we have denial, refusing to believe their true feelings or thoughts. Okay, so they might be doubting how they feel about the connection, how they feel about you, and that in turn will cause you to perhaps question their intentions. All right, let's grab one more here. For the collective, we're focusing on issues that you might run into or are dealing with. We have, I believe that's supposed to say feeling stuck. Okay, so instead of feeling stuck, wanting out, but feeling trapped. Okay, so this might be somebody that is really not feeling the connection, and you could relate to that as well. But maybe either they or you are unable to really express that, and that's preventing movement in any way, shape, or form. So it kind of reminds me of a stalemate type energy. Wanting out, but unable to do so for some reason. Let's grab one more issue for the collective. Forced. Energy feels draggy and forced. At the end of the day, you cannot force anybody, and you cannot be forced to do anything that you don't want to do unless you allow that. So let's go ahead and clarify this and see what can come forward. All right. So I'll be pulling from my Illuminated Star Tarot, Volume 2. All right. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do these in order. Let's do the denial message first. Refusing to believe their true feelings or thoughts. I'm also getting for some of you that, you know, during conversation perhaps, you've really expressed your love to this person, your feelings, and maybe you feel rejected or refused by this person, you know, refusing to open up to the conversation, and that could have certainly been very hurtful. Okay, so let's see. So we do have the Queen of Swords, but the Queen of Swords is coming up in the reverse. So in the reverse, we have cruel, bitchy, cold-hearted, lack of empathy. All right, so if you're dealing with somebody like that, or if you have dealt with somebody that denied their feelings, or it's just not being reciprocated, that could explain, Divine Feminine, why there is this cold vibe that you are giving this person. You know, giving them cold, I can't speak, giving them the cold shoulder. All right, that might be where that's coming from. We do have the Nine of Pentacles. So this is just the way this reading is coming through for this part, that we have a feminine more than likely who could be single, or maybe you decided to break free from a connection, especially if those feelings were not being returned. So you might have decided to end things. You might have decided, you know what, I'm better off being single rather than continuing to invest my time and energy into this person. And at the end of the day, they might also be interacting with other people. We do have the Knight of Swords. So whenever I see a king or a queen, and then we've got the knights and the pages, I do feel that there could be age variances. There could be an age gap. Divine Feminine, maybe you're older, more mature compared to the masculine energy coming through. Take that only if it makes sense. So the Knight of Swords, very action-oriented. They tend to be very impulsive in how they conduct themselves. So, you know, they might be in and out of your life, or they're just really not ready to commit. They're not on the same level as you, Divine Feminine. Because what you're looking for here is maybe commitment, or for them to be on the same page, the same level. You're looking for your ideal mate. You're looking for love, possibly long-term commitment, marriage. But we do have the Seven of Swords. So this person, they weren't reciprocating. They weren't, you know, just being as open and honest as you, perhaps, because they could have been hiding things from you. They are certainly coming through with this deceptive energy. So take that if it makes sense for you that there was cheating going on. If it wasn't infidelity, if it wasn't a third-party situation, then they just weren't feeling it. They weren't feeling the relationship. But instead of doing the right thing and either just telling you the truth or fessing up to that, they weren't being an open book here. But I feel ultimately for this particular portion of the reading, we have maybe a more immature person who just recognized or did not recognize the value of the relationship. And I mean, Divine Feminine, here you are coming in as the Empress. So I really do feel that obviously you're looking for longevity in your partnership, but we might have a masculine here who just really wanted to play the field, and you know, they just weren't feeling it, is what I'm getting. Bottom of the deck, we do have the World. So I am kind of feeling for this scenario, this situation, that you probably did close the door on this one, Divine Feminine. And this is a cycle that has completed. We see that with the World energy. But it opens you up to a new door. It opens you up to a new cycle. So even though they might have refused to really give their all in the partnership, I feel at the end of the day that it ended up panning out the way it did because it just wasn't meant for you. And this is leading you towards somebody better that you can date and somebody that you're more compatible with. Okay, so that's what I'm getting with that denial message. Let's go ahead and take a look at that other card. And that was feeling stuck, not feeling stuck. Wanting out, but feeling trapped. All right, what's up with that? So if you're watching this, and if you are feeling stuck in a relationship, or maybe you're feeling like you're stuck in your dating life, you're not having a whole lot of luck, meeting people that you get along with, or it just didn't work out. Okay, it could be that as well. Look at that. We're starting off with the Ace of Swords. So I wouldn't worry too much because this is really putting you in a position of power in your life, meaning that you are in charge. You know, this is a breakthrough card, meaning that it's giving you the clarity to make better decisions, to cut people out that don't belong on your journey. They don't belong in your life. So this is really what's getting you out of that rut of feeling stuck, I feel. Six of Pentacles. You will find somebody who will be on the same page as you. You've got the Fool coming through here. You could even interact with an Aquarius here. So there is a new beginning. There is perhaps an exciting lover that will be coming in for some of you. You know, try to overcome your fears, despite the fact that maybe you haven't experienced that ideal relationship. This is giving you a new chapter to do so, because I have a feeling that once you kind of clear out the cobwebs of some of the more unsavory partnerships that you've been into, what this is going to bring in is somebody who's more compatible, somebody who's just as invested as you are, Six of Pentacles focuses on being able to give and take, right? Give as much as you take from someone. We do have a divine masculine showing up as the King of Pentacles. So some of you might end up dating a masculine Virgo. They could be quite established maybe in their career. Their finances are on point. They want to be able to build that empire, and maybe they already have. So this is a person that knows what they want. They're secure. They're stable. So if you had to cut people out that just were not the type of individual that you would want to invest your time into long term, I have a feeling, Divine Feminines especially, you've got somebody who's coming in who's really focused on that. And then we have the Two of Cups right here. So love is on its way to you. If you haven't already found it, love is on its way to you. Could be a real special soulmate connection. Very compatible. This could be your ideal mate that's coming in. That's beautiful. Divine Feminine, you're coming in as the Queen of Wands, okay? So King and Queen showing up. We've got Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, and then we have fire in particular. So Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius coming through. So I really do feel that if you have yet to meet your ideal person, it's closer than you think. Somebody that is worth your time, somebody who is worth getting to know and invest your time and energy into. You guys would really be on the same page, I feel. So if you are single at this point in time, maybe mending a broken heart, maybe having a recent breakup, you're not going to be stuck for long. You will find love. There is a new chapter that's coming in for you, but it's very important for you to kind of be kind to yourself in the meantime, especially if you're going through a rough time. You will overcome some of those obstacles. So if you are feeling alone at this point in time, just know that that's a temporary phase and love is on the horizon for you. And look at that. You've got the Magician coming in. You might even connect with a Gemini. We've already seen Virgo come through with the King of Pentacles. Okay, so you have somebody who can come in who really can sweep you off your feet and fall madly crazy in love with this person. Okay, I'm also feeling for a small group that part of that feeling stuck energy is that maybe you have dated other people and you just keep gravitating back to the one that you love. Okay, so if you're in separation from someone and you've tried to date, but you're just not finding anybody compatible, or you're just not really feeling it, then the Magician could certainly offer you a reprieve, a second chance perhaps, to be able to rekindle your partnership with someone. So I'm getting that for some as well. All right, so let's tackle that last one, and then we'll move on from this batch of cards. Okay, so we've got forced. Energy feels draggy and forced. All right, so what's up with that one? Okay. I'll be pulling from my Valentine Connection Tarot for this one. There's nothing worse, honestly, than trying to force a situation, or if you know it's just not happening, but, you know, it's like trying to literally fit a circle into a square. It's not going to work. Nobody can be forced to do something that they don't want unless, of course, they allow that. And that goes both ways. So look at this first card that we have, the Six of Swords. It's time to move on from that. You know, you can't force this one. So if, let's just say, those feelings, as we've kind of seen from that first batch of cards, if the feelings are not being reciprocated, then it's time to move on. Truly, it's time to move forward, because there are other people that you are meant to meet and connect with. Look at that. You've got the Three of Wands. So once you decide to no longer invest in a relationship that's not happening for you, focus more so on what's on the horizon, because I really do feel that there's a real potential to connect with people that you really can find happiness with, you know? Look at that. We have the Fool showing up again. So as long as you overcome your fears that maybe you're gonna get hurt again, or and certainly that's possible, but if you are able to just look at the future with an open mind and just welcome in those new experiences, new chapters, I have a feeling somewhere along the line you're meant to find real happiness there. This is interesting, guys, that we've got the King of Pentacles showing up again. That can certainly be indicative of prosperity, of abundance, somebody who's well established. They're very generous, they're very giving. The King of Pentacles is the type of person who really is looking for permanency in their love life. And they just want to be able to start over, perhaps. We've got the Hermit, so some of you guys could be Virgo, you could be dealing with a Virgo. And King of Pentacles, as we've already seen, represents that Virgo. So I'm getting this as well, especially maybe for the masculines, and you don't have to be Virgo to relate to this. I feel that you might be getting yourself in a situation where you feel forced to do something. That is our key card right there, you know, and at the end of the day, that's not going to work. Because if you're feeling forced to, for example, continue to date somebody and you're not really into the relationship, you're just going to run into issues. Okay, so is it worth dating this person if you're not feeling it? Probably not. And it's quite fitting that we've got the Seven of Cups coming through here, because you have choices, you have options. You don't have to feel stuck. You don't have to feel like you need to continue to pour into this relationship if your cup is empty. It's quite fitting with the Four of Swords. You know, it's like you need a break from this person. You need a break from this situation. And maybe you've just had a string of bad luck when it comes to your partnerships. So there is this need for some of you to just be single for a while, you know, before you get back into the dating scene here. Just have some patience. Look at that. Just when I said that, we have the Temperance. This is a card of patience. This is a card of restoring balance in your life. Look at that. You've got the Sun. Some of you guys could also be Leo. You could be dating a Leo, perhaps, or that's the person that you end up connecting with. So even though you might have experienced some downturns in your love life, just know that it's going to be picking up for the better. And this is what you're meant to experience. You're meant to find happiness. You're meant to find your ideal mate, your perfect match, perhaps. But if you're just not feeling it right now, don't force it. Exactly as what that says. You can't force it into coming in any sooner than it's meant to. And, you know, it just requires a little bit more time for this one. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So I really do feel that it's on its way to you. You just got to let go of the idea that, you know, it's not meant for you, or that you're forcing a situation, because it's going to happen naturally. Okay, so that's what we're getting with that batch of cards. I hope you guys were able to relate to it. Okay, so those are some of the issues that's presenting itself here. So now I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my dating scene oracle, which is quite fitting for this particular reading because we are focused on dating. Should you date this person? Should you invest in the connection? If you are dating and maybe having some issues, should you continue to date them? You know, so that's what we're taking a look at here. All right, here we go. Ooh, we've got Tightwad, the ultimate penny pincher. Some of you guys might be dealing with somebody who's just not very giving when it comes to money. Okay, that's pretty simple. And that could get annoying. That could create problems. That could, you know, turn into disagreements when it comes to finances and things of that nature. Okay, so let's see what else. For the dating scene, we've got athletic and fit, lives at the gym. That might be something that you both enjoy. Maybe some of you guys might have met in a gym environment. Look at that. We've got twin flames, mirror souls coming through as well. And one more card, we have head over heels. Okay, so take whichever one of those cards resonates for you. So if you're dealing with a tightwad and maybe you guys are just arguing constantly about money, you have to analyze, do you have what it takes to continue to date this person? Is it worth it to keep investing, literally, not only your time, your heart, your life, but your money as well, Okay. And this particular card with the athletic and fit reference, I kind of feel that it's also a measure of how healthy and fit your relationship is for those of you who are dating somebody. And this could even be an indication of feeling like the connection just isn't thriving, that it's depleted. Okay. Maybe you feel like it's just not offering you really what it is that you're looking for. And we're starting off with the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so we've seen that energy. And it really does come down to being able to give as much as you take from someone. So we've already seen that card. If this person really wants to share their life with you and to get to know you and date you and actually have that turn into longevity and long-term commitment, then they have to be able to be fully invested. And it's just so interesting. Somebody who's coming through with that tightwad energy is not fully invested. They're all about themselves. Okay, so take that if it makes sense, if that's what you're dealing with. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. So if that's where you're at, just know that things are going to change. More than likely because you create the change. If you're not happy with where you're at, then it's time to get out and open up your options to dating other people, because this is what you have coming towards you if you have not found it yet. A possible twin flame connection, somebody who's on the same page as you. There could be instant attraction, somebody that you fall madly crazy, head over heels in love with, all of that. Okay, now look how fitting this card is. We've got the Five of Pentacles, poverty, guys. It literally says poverty, and that is this person's mentality. So they cannot give you more than, I guess, their own vision of what they're willing to give you. And if they see, for example, how much a relationship is worth, they don't see it. It's almost like seeing a pot of gold, but that's something that they don't want to share with you. And so this energy right here, maybe this is an indication that you need to leave this person and no longer invest in it. It's like being left out in the cold, which is a typical interpretation of that card. The Seven of Pentacles. So remember earlier we saw the Temperance card, and that is telling you that it would be beneficial to just be patient, okay? Because eventually there's something that's coming in for you that will be worth your time. It's not here yet, but it's on its way. Look at that. You've got the Eight of Cups. So you will know if this is meant for you. Is it time to walk away from a situation because you're not happy? You can't force yourself to be happy if you just aren't, And then we have the Five of Cups. Keyword disappointment. So if it's one disappointment after the other, it's a clear indication that you're in the wrong relationship, perhaps. Because they're just going to keep doing it. It's like a repetitive pattern. You really can create a much better future for yourself. I love that. Look at this. You've got the Ace of Cups. We also have the Ace of Pentacles. So I just find it so interesting that literally the first card that came through from this batch of cards was the tightwad. Okay, because what this is telling us here is you can bring that abundance into your life on your own. This right here represents the possibility of finding new love, dating somebody new, somebody that you're more compatible with, someone who's not going to hold back. They're going to give their all to you. These are new chapters coming in, guys, for those of you who are either single or are unhappy in your current situation. You don't ever have to settle for a partnership that does not fulfill you. If your cup is empty and it's not overflowing, there's a reason for that. And you simply need to make yourself a priority and be able to fill it for yourself. You're not looking to someone to complete you. You should already be complete within yourself. Ace of Pentacles. It's something that you can rely on. It's a solid offer. If you have yet to get that from somebody, it's on its way to you. And as this card says, you got to just wait and see. It's on its way. And then you've got the Wheel of Fortune indicating that there are better days ahead. This right here represents your literal good fortune and finding the right kind of love for you. All right, so let's go ahead and grab one more set of cards here. All right, I'll be pulling from the Sacred Healing Journey. This one's by Angelic Revelation 144. All right, so let's see what else we can find out for your dating life, either currently or in the future. All right, here we go. For the collective, angels and spirit guides, please. Who's coming for you? Who is surrounding you? Should you date them? Should you invest your time into that person? Or should you move on? We've got intimacy coming through here. Ooh, we've got honeymoon. We have wedding, soul marriage, and the last card is I love you. How beautiful. So there are those of you who will encounter this, or at least perhaps that's what it is that you're hoping for. And it certainly is represented through these cards. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify this. I love the honeymoon card. Romance, bliss, love, sensual passion, paradise. It could also represent the honeymoon phase for some of you, but it could certainly indicate possible marriage down the line for those of you who are interested in that, or you're already connected to somebody where you are having those intimate moments and you really do feel connected to them in every way, shape, or form. The love is here. The love is there. Your person is thinking of you right now. For those of you who might be in separation from your person, and maybe, you know, they're the one that you ultimately want to date, but maybe you're not with them, their love is still shining through here. Look at this, guys. We've got the Ace of Wands, followed by the Ace of Cups. You've got the Knight of Cups, okay? So aces, beautiful whenever they come through. There's something major that's about to come in, certainly when it comes to your dating life, all right? It literally says good news, and we have new love represented, which we've already discussed that. Knight of Cups, romantic proposal. We clearly see a wedding cake right there. Wedding, soul marriage. We've got these two glasses here that could represent that Two of Cups energy. Okay, so we have someone, it could be a masculine, who is marriage minded, or at least commitment minded. And ultimately divine feminine, if that's what you're looking for, that's what you have the capability to find through a new chapter, through a new love, or perhaps through a renewed love connection for those of you hoping for a reunion. So that's beautiful, the way that's coming through. This is quite telling for some. We've got the Eight of Cups, all right, coming through. We've seen that, and it's followed by the Sun. So in order for you to find this, if you have yet to find it, This is clearly an indication that you got to distance yourself and walk away from a situation or a person, a connection that is just not serving you. By doing that, that's what's going to lead you here, where you can find that ultimate relationship, where you can find the happiness that you are deserving of. Divine Feminine, look at that. You've got the Queen of Swords that is followed by the Moon. Now, this is an indication for me that Divine Feminine, it's time for you to cut people out that could be lying to you, that are keeping things from you, things that are not on the surface. You know, they're hiding something. They're being deceptive somehow. So Divine Feminine, you hold that sword right there to be able to cut them out. You don't ever have to settle for somebody that does not offer you everything that you're wanting, okay? And it's still coming through here that some of you, again, might be single right now. You haven't found the love that you're looking for, but it is on the horizon. It's a part of the journey, okay? But some of you guys might be a little bit weary because you've been hurt. You know, whether it's infidelity, third parties. This right here represents the separation and the heartache that you have felt. But Divine Feminine, you are coming in as the Empress, and there will be an Emperor that will join you, I feel, in the future if you have yet to find that person. Let's see what else. My Feminine, your energy is coming through pretty strongly here. You know, so I really feel, especially when it comes to who you date, your love life, you really do have to trust your heart. Here's another reference, that's Seven of Pentacles. Hard work pays off, and the right partner for you, the right person, they're going to put in that work. If they're not, then all the more reason I feel why some of you might just decide to cut them out and no longer invest in the relationship. Let's see what else. We've got the Page of Pentacles, future abundance. I love it. Abundance comes in many forms, and that certainly includes love. Look at this, guys. We've got the Six of Wands, and we've got the Four of Wands, indicating twin flame connection for some. 1111 number in tarot. So if you happen to be seeing the number or the time, pay attention to that, because it could be telling you that you're on the right track, or you have a wish that's about to manifest for you. This could be, for some of you, indicative of future marriage. I'm just feeling that for some of you guys, that you have found your ideal person, or you're about to. It's a part of your dating journey. And then you've got the Six of Wands. Victory, success when it comes to your dating life. So despite where you're at currently, if you're unhappy, if you're unfulfilled, if you feel you're not dating the right person, this is an indication that by taking control of your destiny, by walking away from people that no longer serve you, it might take a little bit of time to find that right person, but it's on its way to you. They're on their way to you, or you're on their way. You know, you're on the right track to be able to find and really experience this beautiful love connection. All right, guys, so I'll leave that there. Whatever part of it you resonated with, I do hope that it helps you out at this time when it comes to your dating life. If you are interested in your own personal reading, I'd love to do that for you. That information is down below in the description box, and I'll, of course, link all of the decks that you see here. That's it for now, guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next reading.